Dear students, welcome to mathematics class. Today let us discuss the problems which are given in the exercise 1.3. In the first main, 6 rational numbers are given in the form of P by Q. In the form of P by Q. 6 numbers are given. They are in the form of P by Q. And you are asked to find out what kind of decimal expansion each has. Dear students, you know a rational number, the decimal expansion of a rational number is either terminating or recurring. So we have to find out whether the decimal expansion is terminating or recurring. That's all. So here I did the working already because you are familiar with the division. So only we have to check whether the expansion, decimal expansion is terminating or not. See here, the remainder is 0. The decimal expansion terminates or ends. So you can write this number has terminating decimal expansion. In the second one, see the remainder, we start with 1 and the remainder at this stage is 1. That means the same process will continue once again. That means it has recurring decimal. See here we started with 1 and the remainder at this stage is also 1. So that itself gives you the idea that the same procedure will continue further. So we can write this rational number has recurring decimal expansion. In the same way you can discuss the remaining questions also. So here the decimal, the remainder is 0. So the terminating, this number has terminating decimal expansion. Here we started with 3. We started dividing 3 and we obtained 3 as remainder at this stage. So you can say that the whole thing will recur and the repeating block has 6 digits. So here once again we started with 2 and the remainder at this stage is 2. That itself gives you the idea that it recurs. The same procedure will continue, will repeat. That means you will get 181818 like that in the decimal part. So once again this is recurring decimal, or this given number has recurring decimal expansion. Here the remainder is 0. You can write immediately that it has terminating decimal expansion. Very simple problems. Only thing is you should do division properly. See, next is in the second question it is given 1 by 7 is equal to 0.142857 and a block of 6 digits repeat. Can you predict what the decimal expansion of 2 by 7, 3 by 7, 4 by 7, 5 by 7, 6 by 7 are without actually doing long division? So here he has given the decimal expansion of 1 by 7 and you are asked to find out the decimal expansion of 2 by 7, 3 by 7, 4 by 7, 5 by 7, 6 by 7 without doing the long division. This is the given information is 1 by 7 is equal to 0.142857. So you are asked to find out the decimal expansion of 2 by 7 without doing the actual division. So what you can do is, you can, for your convenience, you can write 2 by 7 as 2 into 1 by 7. That is equal to 2 into, you know what is 1 by 7? 0.142857. So you have to multiply these two and you have to write the product. That's all. So the first one you will get 0.28 5714. So similarly you have to do the remaining. Next is 3 by 7. 3 into 1 by 7, that is 3 into 0.142857. So you have to find the product of these two. The product will be 0.428571. Next is 4 by 7. Follow the same procedure. 4 into 1 by 7. That is equal to 4 into 0.142857. So that gives you 0.571428. Next, 5 by 7. 5 into 1 by 7. 0.142857. So on multiplying these two, you will get 0.714285. 6 by 7. 6 into 1 by 7. 6 into 0.142857. The product is 0.857142. Students, here you can make out the pattern in which the number gets repeated, and you can make the process still easier. Okay, here what it is given, 0.142857. Let me multiply this. So first we have to multiply these two, 2 sevens are 4. From 4 you can start writing 417582. 417582. 3 sevens are 21. So you can start from 1 here. 175824. 175824. So next multiply by 4. 4 into 7. 4 sevens are 28. So you can start from 8. 824175. 824175. Like that you can write. In such problems you can follow the pattern also. So 5 sevens are 35. So you can start from 5. 582417. 582417. So next is 6 sevens are 42. So you can start from 2. 241758. 241758. 0.241758. You can follow the pattern also. So next is the third question. You are asked to express the rational numbers which are in the decimal expansions of rational numbers are given, and you are asked to express them in the form of P by Q. Actually, in the previous class itself we did such problems. So let the given number be x. X equals 0.666. Here the repeating block has 1 digit. Therefore, I multiply by 10. 10x is equal to, on multiplying this, it becomes 6.666. Now, at this stage, what you have to do is, you have to express this number as sum of two numbers. And out of those two numbers, one number should be the given number. 10x equals 6 plus 0.666. See, I have written this number as the sum of two numbers, and out of these two, one is the given number, 0.666. So 10x equals 6 plus 0.666 is x. So I am transposing 10x minus x equals 6, 9x equals 6, x equals 6 divided by 9. On simplifying, you will get 2 by 3. You will get 2 by 3. Let me do this problem. Here, let x equals 0.47. Here also, the repeating block has 1 digit. Therefore, multiply by 10. So 10x is equal to 0.4777 into 10. 10x is equal to 4.777. What you have to do is, you have to express the given number as the sum of two numbers. Sorry, this one 0.47 Now I have to write this number as the sum of two numbers, out of which one is the given number. 10x is equal to 4.3 plus 0.477, like that. So if you add these two, you should get this number. So 10x equals 4.3 plus x. 10x minus x equals 4.3. That is 9x equals 4.3. X equals 4.3 by 9. That is x equals 43 by 90. On multiplying both numerator and denominator by 10, you will get 40 by 90. Here, this one 0.001. Here, the repeating block has 3 digits. First, write x equals 0.001. The repeating block has 3 digits, so I multiply this by 1000. 1000 x equals 0.001001001 into 1000. So 1000 x equals, so we have to shift this point because we are multiplying by 1000. So you will get 1.001001 like this. So I have to shift the decimal point by 3 digits. So once again, 1000 x equals 1 plus 0.001001. So among these, out of these two numbers, one is the given number and sum of these two is this number. So 1000 x equals 1 plus x. This is x. So on transposing, 1000x minus x equals 1. So 999x equals 1. X equals 1 over 999. So we have expressed the given decimals in the form of p by q. The fourth question, let me read the question. Express 0.99999 in the form of p by q. Are you surprised by your answer? With your teachers and classmates, discuss why the answer makes sense. First, let me express the number in the form of p by q. So once again, let x equals 0.99999. Here the repeating block has 1 digit. Therefore, I multiply both sides by 10. 0.99999 into 10. So 10x equals 9.999. So what you have to do in the next stage? Express this number as the sum of two numbers, out of which 1 is the given number. So 10x equals 9 plus x. On transposing, 10x minus x equals 9. 9x equals 9, x equals 9 divided by 9, x equals 1. Here the second part is, you have to check whether the answer makes sense or not. See, that means 0.9999 is equal to 1. I have to discuss whether the answer makes sense. The answer is having the meaning or not. Whether the answer is having meaning or not. See, for that, what you have to do is, you have to find the difference between these two. Here, 1 minus 0.9999. So if you subtract 0.99999, you will get 0.00001. If you subtract, because here any number of digits you can write, the same number digit repeats, Let me write more number of that digit 9. So here 0.0000001. You can observe one thing. As the digit 9 in the decimal parts keep repeating, the difference between 1 and the number which is given reduces. Almost it tends to 0. That means 0.9999 is almost equal to 1. Because as the digit in the decimal part, that is 9, as it continues to repeat, the value, the difference between those two, which one and the given number, it becomes almost negligible. Tends to 0 only, 0.000000. So since there is no much difference between 0.99999 and 1, it can be written as 1. So the answer makes sense. And in the fifth problem, you are asked to find out the maximum number of digits in the repeating block of digits. The decimal expansion of 1 by 17. Already I did the steps. So we have started with 1 and we obtained 1 once again at this stage. The remainder as 1 at this stage. That means the same, or which one, about how many digits are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are 16 digits in the repeating block. Okay? You are asked to find out how many digits are there in the repeating block. You can write there are 16 digits in the repeating block of the decimal expansion. Here the sixth question. Look at several examples of rational numbers in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers with no common factors other than 1 and having terminating decimal expansions. Can you guess what property q must satisfy? Q means the denominator. So let me consider some examples. A number is given in the form of p by q. Students, you already know that the decimal expansion is either terminating or recurring. So let me take some examples to understand this. Nine by 25. It is in the form of p by q, and they do not have common factors other than 1. So let us do the prime factorization of the denominator. Even you can write the numerator also. So the prime factorization of 25 is 5 square. Next I will take 6 by 15. I will do the prime factorization of 6 as well as 15 because they should not have common factors. The prime factorization of 6 contains primes 2 and 3. Here the primes are 3 and 5. Common factor get cancelled, 2 by 5. I am writing the rational numbers which are in the form of p by q and which are having terminating decimal expansion. 35 by 50. First, I have to do the prime factorization of both. 5 into 7. The prime factors are 5 and 7. Here it is 50 you can do. 2 into 5 square or 5 into 5. 5 you can cancel. 7 by 2 into 5. See, all these are actually terminating decimal expansion. See, if it is one theorem is there in 10th standard, you can easily make out whether the given number has terminating decimal expansion or recurring decimal expansion. What you have to do is, you have to do the prime factorization of the denominator, that is q. Prime factorization of q. If the prime factorization of q, observe the prime factorization of q. If it has only the powers of 2 or the powers of 5 or both, you can say immediately without dividing, you can say that such numbers have terminating decimal expansion. So the denominator of rational numbers which has terminating decimal expansions contains only the powers of 2 or the powers of 5 or powers of both. So without dividing you can find out whether the given rational number has terminating decimal expansion. Dear students, what you have to do? You have to do the prime factorization of the denominator and check whether the prime factorization of the denominator contains only the powers of 2 or the powers of 5 or powers of both. If it contains other than 2 and 5, so you can say that the given rational number has recurring decimal expansion. Okay children, let us move on to the next. You are asked to write 3 numbers whose decimal expansions are non-terminating, non-recurring. Non-terminating, non-recurring means irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. So irrational numbers we can write pi, root 2, root 3, such numbers you can write, that's all. In the 8th question, 2 rational numbers are given and you are asked to write irrational numbers between these 2 numbers. 2 rational numbers are given and you are asked to write 3 different irrational numbers between these 2. So what you have to do is, first you have to write the decimal expansion of 5 by 7 and 9 by 11. See, the prime factorization of 7 does not contain the power of 2 or the power of 5 or power of both. So you can say that this has recurring decimal expansion. Here also 11. Only thing is we can write it as 1 into 11 denominator. If the denominator has only the powers of 2, powers of 5 or both, then we can write they are such rational numbers have terminating decimal expansion. Otherwise, we can say that we can write that they are such rational numbers have recurring decimal expansion. See here, by seeing the denominators only, you can make out that these two numbers have recurring decimal expansion. See here, 0.8181 recurs here. After doing division, you have to write 3 irrational numbers. Irrational number means non-terminating, it should continue, and non-recurring, and the block of digits should not repeat. So you can write a number which is more than 0.7 and less than 0.81. You can write any number of examples, irrational numbers between these two. I have written some few. You can write any 3 numbers greater than 0.7 and less than 0.8. Any number of irrational numbers can be written. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.